Instant credibility. Become real estate fund manager in a $100 million fund. So those who want to do this, when I'm done, you can talk to Ashley to fill out paperwork. It's $25,000. You get the paper, immediately access to the website by tomorrow morning or so. Tomorrow is Saturday? Tomorrow is Sunday? Okay. So, tonight? Okay, good. So you can start looking at how we structure things. We have the whole thing turnkey. So you get the paperwork. We're going to do a Zoom call together. Then we're going to do a Zoom call with Bruce, the attorney. And the attorney is in Berkeley, California. He's been with me about 11 years now. And then you'll be able to, once we get all this handled and you get a copy of the PPM with all the adjustments, we're going to schedule a time for you to meet me either in California or in Puerto Rico. Periodically I come here because my office, Ashley is based in Orlando. I come to see Anish. I want to see the training he's doing with the wholesale. We've been talking about this to see how we can incorporate some things. So we can do it. I prefer we do it in Puerto Rico. The flight, I'm telling you, $143. One day, one way, eh? Yes, sir.
Your passport?
No, Puerto Rico is part of the US. Yeah, it's like you just landed in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long will it take to set up everything?
Everything will be, 3 weeks? I mean, we could do it faster. But I don't like to say 2 weeks only, but if it's rushed, if you're ready, oh my God, Sharif, let's do this. I'm ready. I'm flying tonight to LA. I work, for me, work is fun, okay? I take a call, I can take calls on Sunday, if I send somebody an email or whatever. So we can get it done in 2 weeks, let's say 3. Usually it takes 30 days. Why? By the time you send me the business plan, we look, we get on a Zoom call, talk about this, you understand this, you understand that, yes, good. I put it together, send it to Bruce. We schedule a call a couple days later, we get Bruce. He answers questions for you. He asks you a few questions because there is something called bad actors, because there is a form you have to fill out to qualify. So if you stabbed somebody and killed them, if you just did some crazy stuff, they want to make sure. And by the way, somebody asked me, do I have to be accredited to set up the fund? As crazy as this may be, you personally don't have to be accredited. Isn't that crazy? You could have been bankrupt so long as not the last 2 years and not about not paying a mortgage and having a home repossessed, and you're good by the SEC. Because they say this person has more experience. You know, one time I read Bill Gates said, I want to hire people who failed in business because they're so much more realistic about what we're doing. So you personally don't have to be accredited. We can set you up with the fund. You can do it within 3 weeks or less if you're in a hurry. When you enroll, she's going to give you access to everything. And I told you the example. And then you will immediately build the credibility because we rolled it out for $100 million. Not many attorneys like to do that. We had an attorney I've known for so long. He said to me, listen, these people have never done a fund. We're not going to do the fund for them more than 10 million. Thank you, sir. We're not going to be talking about that anymore. Bruce, can you help me? Sharif, let's do it. And it was great. I thought Bruce will not do it because he's very expensive to begin with, sitting in Berkeley. But we had such a good rapport and relationship. He said, I love it because you're doing all the work. It comes to me pre-chewed meat. All I have to do is take it and swallow. I've done it for him. I've done it so many times. Dial into a process that works. My money, my system, my connections, my experience to piggyback on it to get you going. Get under the exemption rules of the SEC. Reg D 506C, Reg D 506B. These are exemption rules. Take advantage of it. Be on the cutting edge of where the future of real estate investing will be. I assure you, as market changes and bigger deals become very cheap because people can pay and interest is changing, etc., we can come in and you much prefer to pay 6 and 8% than to go pay whatever hard money loans and all this stuff. Am I right? And you can put the deals together and you don't even have to pay all cash. You can do options. You can say, I'll take over payments. And that's the creativity. So many people don't have the training you're having in this organization that you have been taking. I mean, when you say I've been 30 years here, I mean, that's huge. Huge. People have been 30 years that have seen me pitch and then start my own company in 2009 to do the presentations and all this. It's like, hey, hugs and kisses. Because you know the people, they know you. It's kind of a connection again. So understand this is the future of real estate. It's not going to be one person competing with a group. Very hard. You get that group. Focus on building relationships and raising capital. Work on the business, not in the business, because you're going to be able to afford the structure I'm telling you. You're going to be able to afford the best contractors, the best attorneys. Do you think somebody will fight you next door? Yeah, they fought me in that property 101 Maple. The guy that I took the property, remember I told you, from the Dropbox guy and the guy next door, fought me. The lawsuit, because we got into a tiff, cost a lot of money. We're talking over $100,000. We would go to mediation because every time he would just like didn't know what to do to ruin me. Finally, I realized that he wanted to buy that's why he harassed them. He wanted to buy the property from them by scaring them. And then found out I was fearless. I came in and bought it at 3.3 million. The property was. You understand my point? So he was so mad, he started complaining to the city. We're making noise. They put a camera, they see my daughter changing. What? We put the camera because we have equipment here and there is a fence and the camera is pointed down. I didn't know you have a daughter upstairs combing her hair. We'll show you what the camera is showing. Here is the video. The judge said, I don't want to see it because we had that retired judge. The retired judge, when we send him an email, it said in the bottom, after all I know that I don't know much. I said, that's not good. That's not good. But that's what he's Socrates or whatever. And we went, and we fought. Do you think I fought with my own money? No, the fund had the money. And we finished, and we got delayed a little bit. So the exit, the market had gone up. A blessing from God. Can anybody else fight us here? Sometimes, if you get the right asset, you're doing the right things, it works. So work the business, not in the business, but on the business. Have the best and highest level structure in real estate with the lowest risk and exposure. Because you will know it's a debt fund. Learn how and why to select certain assets. When we meet together, I want to know what assets you have. I want to take shots at it and make you solid with it to present it. If anybody argues with you in a room, you know exactly how to present. I want to take your background when I meet one-on-one and show you how to present it in the best light possible. You can say, well, I've been doing this and failed at that. Come in and present it this way. Say it that way. Build a prior performance record. If you're teaming up with me, if you're deploying the capital with me, you're able to say, we're doing this. My joint venture partners, we're doing this in this other fund and all this, if that's what you want. If you're not, you're on your own, you know exactly how to present. Receive residual income if you're deploying the capital, putting it in my fund, receiving some until you build the critical mass to branch out. Have the opportunity to branch out on your own after a year or at any time with your clients. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Get it all turnkey with no obligation with us. There's no obligation to continue with me or do this and that with me, and that's just how it's done.